Good morning, everybody. It's Trent Klarenbach with Klarenbach Research. Today is July the 10th, 2024, and today I will share with you what I believe to be one of the most important concepts in investing, trading commodities, and managing the grain marketing on your farm. If you're a farmer and listening to this, if you're managing your own investments, your TFSA or your 401k for the United States, you really want to understand this concept, which I'm going to share with you today. The first chart, though, we'll look at is the nearby corn futures chart. And we can look at this chart here. We can see that we're making new lows of the year, new lows back to the October 2020 level. So we've had a round trip of the last 40 years. We've gone back to October 2020 price levels. And we can see that's a very significant level here. And a lot of supply, a lot of price action here for basically five years. The price consolidated around that level and a bit higher, but often lower. So it's interesting price level to see here. You might have not thought the prices could ever get back to these levels, but price is memory, and commodities, they're not subject to inflation. Look at the chart here. Basically, this was the breakout of the bull run back in 2020. And we can maybe even make a case for the bull run. Maybe it started on, back in August, but it's certainly, once we made these new highs, it was definitely in full swing in December, but perhaps October is where it started. So we did a round trip, a 4-year round trip. Is this pullback over? We share some light in today's corn report in our Klarenbach grain report, and we'll give you some insight into what we think the price can go from here. This next chart I think is fascinating. This is a concept that if you are an investor, a trader, if you own property, if you own any type of assets, you really want to understand this concept. And this is the 4 stages of the market structure. Now, you call it the market cycle, market structure. I prefer the word structure, but here we go. So every asset on every time frame, you will see these 4 stages. You will see a stage 1 accumulation right here. You'll see a band of consolidation after a sell-off. And in this case, it took 5 or 6 years of corn really consolidated between a wide range of 450 down to 320. Eventually, the bulls take over, and you enter into a stage 2 markup. And we can see once we made new highs over this band of consolidation, we entered into a stage 2 markup, and I have that as December on here on this chart. These lines can move left or right, but this is how I chose to view the markets. We entered a stage 2 markup. Now, this is where you want to be long the market. So if you weren't long in the market back in August and you weren't long in the market back in October, you definitely wanted to be long in December, and you just want to ride that trend higher. And of course, we saw the peak back here in April 22, and then we started seeing a sell-off. This is the weekly chart here, keep in mind. So we saw the market entered a stage 3 distribution. Once we came off the highs and started making new lows, a stage 3 distribution. Now, the stage 3 distribution, if you remember, or if you can compare it with the accumulation stage, they look very similar. They're moving sideways through a band of consolidation as the market decides whether it's going to continue higher or move lower. Now, in this situation here, it's a stage 3 distribution because we started making new lows and entered into a stage 4 decline. If this stage 3 distribution here, it entered back into continued on to the stage 2 markup. It didn't happen here, so it's called the stage 4 decline. So the stage 4 decline has taken quite a while. It's probably the duration appears to be almost as long as the stage 2 markup, and certainly longer than the stage 3 distribution, the stage 4 decline. This is where you want to be out of the market. So if you are a farmer, if you are a grain company, you really want to solidify your short positions at this level here at these new lows. And farmer, make your sales, price your new crop, price your old crop, and try to ride this trend lower. Very important concept is the 4 stages of the market structure. You can see here how it happens throughout history. You'll see this in every time frame. Again, this is the weekly corn chart. You'll see it on the minute chart of Apple stock. You'll see it on the Forex. You'll see it on land value, see it on house prices. You'll see it across all asset classes. And you can see here how this is repeated through history. We have the stage 1 accumulation here in the late 90s, early 2000s. And you can see how we broke out. I would say here this would be a start of a stage 2 markup in 2006. And the price went up, stage 3 decline. entered into in the stage 3 distribution, stage 4 decline, another accumulation stage, markup, distribution, decline. Then we start into a stage 1 accumulation again. So you'll see this across all asset classes. Very important concept. I encourage you to understand it, encourage you to study it. My name's Trent Klarenbach, sunny in Saskatoon. Life is good.